I have not vlogged at all yet this week, and we are starting off strong because my chin is red from resting it like this and my hair is a mess, and I have done everything today except read, actually. It is Thursday, and this is gonna be my biannual bibliothon and BookTubeAthon vlog, and probably wrap up. I'll probably update you on what I've read so far later, but I just posted my biannual bibliothon Instagram challenge post for the day with my tattoo in it, which was fun. I haven't had many excuses to post pictures of it since I got it only a few months ago, but it was fun. It was ridiculous to take that picture because I'm taking a picture of my own ankle, so not the easiest thing to do. I am going to try and read before tonight, but considering everything I've done today, I'm not sure how much I'll get read. But I didn't take a nap, so that's like up in my book. It's been a little, which is why I wasn't gonna vlog this week, but I'm better mental health wise today, which is weird because yesterday was like the worst day in like weeks, but today is better. So far today, besides reading, I have gotten an x-ray of my neck, as you do, gone grocery shopping, edited a video that I have been putting off editing for literally almost 2 months, uploaded said video, almost edited my 24 and 48 video that will hopefully go up before this, but who knows. And that's that. So I'm gonna try and read later. Hopefully I will vlog and update you on what I've been doing reading wise, not like life wise. That would take forever. But I'm gonna go now and do some things, maybe read. First I'm gonna put a heating pad on my back because it really hurts. Alright, ignore the weird angle. I wanted to tell you what I've read so far for the biannual bibliothon and the BookTubeAthon. So biannual bibliothon, wow, you can see the mess in my kitchen, ignore that. The biannual bibliothon started a day before the BookTubeAthon, and it was also the second day of the 24 and 28 readathon. So I read a lot that day, starting with volumes 3 and 4 of Dimension W. I love this anime, so I'm really excited that the manga is finally coming out more and more in the US. Still only like halfway there, but we'll get there. And then I also read Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them in the Screenplay, which was obviously amazing because Harry Potter. Do I need to say anything else? And then I also read The Gauntlet by Karuna Rizai. I'll put this closer so you can read her name. I loved this. It's being marketed as like Jumanji, but for like a younger audience, which I totally see. This is definitely a middle grade, but it super does remind me of Jumanji. I mean, I haven't seen that movie in a while, but like strong Jumanji vibes. And it's just super good. Like, I don't know, this was just such a good read, and I read it so fast. I mean, it's pretty short, but even then I read it really fast and I really liked it. I think I gave this 4 stars. Obviously I forgot to grab my other books from the floor because that's where they live for right now. So one of the first things I read for BookTubeAthon and biannual bibliothon is Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shauna Maguire. Saturday I finally read Every Hearted Doorway, and I immediately ordered this because I just wanted to read it so bad, and I enjoyed this one. Not as much as Every Hearted Doorway. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars, but it was still just like so good, and I would highly recommend like this series. This book made me love Jack so much more than I already did, which probably says something about like me as a person, that I loved her before this book, but like I think I'm okay with that. I'm really excited for the 3rd one though, when it comes out, I think in January, so it's like a little bit away, but you know. And then after that, the reason I think that I have not read anything since is Exit Pursued by Bear by E.K. Johnston. It was this book, I cried through like half of it. It was so good. This book deals like trigger warnings for sexual assault, rape, like abortion, but it was just so good. Like the female friendships, like more than like, there's like 2 best friends in this book, Hermione and her best friend, but like there's also just the other like girls in the story. They're all friends, like it's just so good. And then there's like a female side relationship, and it was just good, man. It was just real good. And like it also deals with cheerleading as a sport, which I thought was really good. Like I'm not a cheerleader and I can't cheerlead, but I think it is a sport because like the shit they do, like it should be a sport. So they talked about that in the team, and the guys on the team being like so supportive and wanting to give DNA samples. It was just like almost all of these characters were great, and it talk to a therapist in a good light, and like dealing with things in your own way as long as it's a healthy way. And like, man, this book is so good. It's like not even 300 pages, I don't think. No, it's not even 250 pages, and it was amazing. And it's also called Exit Pursued by Bear, the best stage direction. I highly recommend this. Like, highly recommend this. It was so good. And then, finally, the only other thing I have read is Dimension W Volume 5, which was good. Like, we're finally getting into the Easter Island thing. I'm ready. Kind of not really ready. And I don't kind of know what I want to read next. Like, I sat down in my reading chair to read finally after like 2 days of not reading. It's Thursday, the 26th, I don't know. It's the same day that I've talked to you last. I have the same shirt on, obviously. My back is killing me, so I might go lay down to read, but I'm trying to sit over here first.
Get tired of this pre-publication media blitz. You got all of Mugglekind under your spell. I've dumped in all the horrors that are gonna reserve a copy at Amazon. How many more books could she sell? Now give me my book or go to hell, 'cause I need Harry Potter like a Grindylow needs water. And as that day approaches, my need grows. Oh, Osseo, Deathly House, Incendio, book sales and progress. It'll be like Phoenix years in a broken.
Hey friends, so obviously I just got out of the shower. It's noon on Saturday, so it's the 7th day of the Biannual Bibliothon and the 6th day of the BookTubeAthon. I didn't film anything yesterday because I read The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord, I think that's what it's called. I read the whole thing yesterday, and I was a mess after I read it, so I did not film my face after. But it was really good, and it was almost 400 pages. So that's what I read yesterday. I don't know what I'm gonna read today. I reorganized my like book stacks because I ran out of shelf space a long time ago. So I was like reorganizing stuff, and I forgot that I had bought that, and I was like, I kind of want to read this. So we'll see. I also have like, let's see if I can move my camera. I also have like a shit ton of stuff here, along with tea and water. Ignore the tissues, those are from yesterday. But yeah, I have like a bunch of stuff stacked there. So like the YouTuber book, Sovereign, which is the sequel to Dreadnought, which I really want to read. And then these are the book stacks. They're very messy right now. I didn't finish. Are you gonna focus? I didn't finish cleaning them. Doesn't want to focus. So that's what's happening so far. I'm gonna eat lunch. My camera battery is flashing at me, so I'm gonna eat lunch. Hopefully remember to plug the battery in, and then read, hopefully. It's Sunday now. I did not plug my camera in, so we have to do this fast. So it is the end of the Summer Biannual Bibliothon. It's the last day of the BookTubeAthon. Yesterday, I ended up finishing Elusive by Emily Lloyd Jones and Gunslinger by Stephen King. I don't think I mentioned this one, but I was a little under halfway through it. And then, add to that, I read all of these for the Summer Biannual Bibliothon. So I have three volumes of Dimension W. I think, yeah, 3, 4, and 5 of Dimension W. And then The Names They Gave Us by Emery Lord. Exit Pursued by Bear by E.K. Johnston. Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Seanan McGuire. I couldn't remember if I had read, when I had read the other one. The Gauntlet by Karuna Rizai. Fantastic Beasts, the screenplay, and then we've reached the bottom where these are. So that's what I read for the Biannual Bibliothon. Why aren't you focusing? Anyway, that's what I read for the Biannual Bibliothon. What I read for the BookTubeAthon, I haven't read anything yet today, but I am planning on it. I think is just, I can't hold it all up at the same time. So what I think I read for the BookTubeAthon is just this. That's Elusive and The Gunslinger Turned Backwards, and then the last volume I read of Dimension W. So I think that's what I've read so far for BookTubeAthon, because the other stuff I read Sunday, because they were like one day off, which was kind of weird. I was eating pretzels before I filmed this. So I'm gonna read today, and I'm at 27 things read this month. So since I am me, I'm going to try and read 3 things today, because I think I'm gonna be busy tomorrow and won't have time. But so I'm gonna try and read like 3 comics or something and maybe a book to just try and get it to 30, because that's who I am as a person.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go!
And so much. And then camera is put on something. It is currently, ignore everything in the background, goodness, it's currently on a stack of books I could read. There's also yarn in the background. There is always yarn in the background. Mostly because I moved this chair from over there to over here, and I haven't cleaned up since I did that, because I'm great. So I have no idea what I'm going to read next. This is a 7-minute clip so far, so this will be fun to edit. I kind of want to read, I don't want to read this right now because it's weird and creepy. Not super into that right now. I do want to read What We Left Behind, or I just got City of Strife in the mail like a few days ago, but it's chunky, but all of the characters are queer, so I definitely want to read this. But I also bought there's so many options, I don't know, I'll get back to you when I actually start something.